Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Group 8 and we discuss the viable system model applied to education. First is, what is viable system model? The viable system model, VSM, is a management tool to determine the viability of an organization. With this model, becomes clear whether an organization has a chance of survival in a rapidly changing market and environment. It applies to every beneficial and viable organization, and it's relevant to individuals and teams. It is possible to look at an organization's internal and external balance and bring the small details to light. Different subsystems are scrutinized and improvement are applied where necessary. As a result, an organization will be profitable, viable again. The viable system model considers organizations as a complete system which must be in balance with their environment. Every likely organization need to monitor this balance. When there is an imbalance, the organization cannot possibly remain profitable. For education, the variable system model is applied as a process capable of improving performance in a school as a organizations. It is used as a diagnostic tools to check the culture of learning, teaching, and service structures and processes to ensure viability and effectiveness.
So, changing environment, the viable system model consider organization as a complete system which must be balanced with their environment. It is important for every viable organization to keep track of this balance. When there's no balance, the organization cannot remain profitable. The world around us is changing rapidly and all organization structures and management theories are getting older. Many organizations have built their hierarchical structure according to the classic Greek model, where control and direction come from above. This ensures that everything is built on a solid foundation and thus so that the organization do not always respond quickly or have the necessary flexibility to changes. It doesn't matter so much how the hierarchy is set up, but it's more about who communicate with whom within all layers of the organization. So sa organization need talaga ng complete system kasi habang tumatagal, marami nagbabago sa environment like using of technology nowadays. Laking tulong din ito for solving environment problems and ganoon din sa education when you apply it. Laking tulong nito to communicate with your teachers and students. For example, during pandemic, we're still continuing what we started. And sabi nga nila, every problem has a solution. Ang ganun din sa atin, once more nagka-COVID, and nagkaroon naman tayo ng online class, and kaya pinapatuloy pa rin natin. Katulad din sa mga organization, kahit napalagay ng mga technology ngayon, mas bata din yung mga gawain. And the next reporter will be explaining the 5 subsystems of variable system model. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nick Kumar Arma Marin from BSBA MM34. Today, I will be discussing about the 5 subsystems from the viable system model. Anthony Stafford Beer developed the 5 subsystems that has their own role but working closely with each other. These particular systems became the basis of the viable system model. Nature, the human brain, and nervous system are the inspiration for creating the previously mentioned model. Si Anthony Stafford Beer po ay isang British na author theorist and professor from the Manchester Business School. Isa rin siya sa mga unang nagsimula ng cybernetics or the science of proper organization. System 1, Operations or Implementations. Ito naman po, ikinukumpara siya ni Anthony sa muscles, heart, and lungs. These are the basic activities of each system which actually do something. This is concerned with all of the basic primary operations of the organization which justify the existence of the system as a whole and the management. Yung System 1 po, kung i-relate po natin siya sa education, ito po yung mga ginagawang platforms or paraan ni DepEd or ng isang school para maayos na matuto ang isang bata or mga estudyante at para maayos din na makapagturo ang mga professors and teachers. System number 2, coordination. Ito naman po, ikinukumpara siya ni Anthony sa nervous system. Much of the circulation and communication occurs through informal channels, such as conversations over lunch, and thus is often difficult to monitor and control. It's all about communication. This means adequate and useful agreements should be made amongst each other. So sa coordination po, ito po yung paraan kung paano na ipapasa yung mga information sa isang educational establishment or sa isang school. Kunyari po, pag gumawa ng announcement si school director, kung paano po yung announcement maikakalat or ibibigay sa mga estudyante, sa mga section, sa mga teachers. And kung ano rin po yung nais sabihin ng mga estudyante at nais nilang i-share na knowledge, ayun din po yung parang napapabilang sa coordination. System number 3, control. Ang control naman po ay kinukumpara siya ni Anthony sa brain, which controls the human body and the actions as well. So the next system represents all of the structures that are put in place by senior leadership to dictate rules, rights, resources, and responsibilities. In simple terms, it is the everyday management of organization which is exerted by senior leaders. So sa System 3 naman po, kunyari si school director or principal, nagpatupad siya ng isang event or parang gusto gawin para din sa school at kung ano yung mga dapat rules and regulations na dapat sundin ng mga teachers, faculty, professors, estudyante, at kung ano dapat yung tama na kailangan nilang gawin upang patupad yung mga plano at upang mas maayos na mangyari yung mga kailangan nilang gawin. So, yun lang po. And as an additional information, yung mga subsystems na ginawa ni Anthony Stafford Beer, ginawa lang po ito para ma-minimize or kung ano dapat yung human effort na kailangan gawin sa isang organization para tama yung magawa and may mas maayos na system na ma-implement.
Good day, everyone. I am Arian Patuto, and I'm going to present System 4 and 5 of the 5 subsystems of the Viable System Model, as well as the Viable System Model and Autonomy. System number 4, which is intelligence. This is responsible for looking externally from the organization or overall system at the environment in which it operates and establishing which factors may impact operations and how it needs to adapt in order to remain viable and sustainable. So for this system, when it is applied to education, syempre, every schools and universities, they do have their own school policy in which it is for them to keep the school environment safe para sa mga teachers and students. And also, for this education is, yung mga students is para matutunan nila yung dapat nilang matutunan like sa mga academics and also on how can they gather those information para magkaroon sila ng knowledge. And also, para makadevelop din sila ng kanilang skills or talents as well as their critical thinking na kung saan it can be helpful once na after nila mag-graduate in college is makapag-work sila. So for System 5, which is the policy, encompassing all policy decisions within the organization, balancing demands from all of the other systems, and steering the entire system in a single, cohesive direction are included in the fifth system. So, dito naman sa System 5, pagka i-apply natin or relate natin siya sa education, it is when a school implement their school regulation or yung mga school policies nila. And also, pero kapag na-implement nila yun, dapat nandun pa rin yung balance in which nandun yung para ma-discipline yung bata, andun pa rin naman yung freedom ng bata or ng student. So, implementing a policy, school policy para sa isang schools is talagang ma-maintain ng isang estudyante yung kanilang manner or a well-mannered student, and also yung kanilang discipline is magagamit din naman nila once sila ay makapagtrabaho na. So, the next one is the viable system model and autonomy. The viable system model can only work when the company goal is clear and everyone knows what is necessary to achieve this goal. Additionally, a maximum amount of autonomy is beneficial, so it's clear who is responsible for which decisions. Therefore, operational departments should not work autonomously, but look for cooperation with other units. The viable system model is not a new idea. It is created by Stafford Weir over 20 years ago. It has been used extensively as a conceptual tool for understanding organizations, redesigning them, which is appropriate, and supporting the management of change. So, para naman dito, i-apply natin ulit si education, is, sinabi nga dito na yung viable system model is a goal that has a clear and everyone knows what is necessary to achieve this goal. So like, for example, sa isang school, ang kanilang main goal is to excel their students and to achieve their dreams and their desired jobs in the future. So, syempre, every school naman is they dedicated their teachers na talagang i-guide yung mga students in order to understand what subjects are they taking and kung paano ba talaga paano sila makakasolve ng problem using their critical thinking. So, sinasabi din dito na yung maximum amount of autonomy is beneficial, so it's clear who is responsible for which decision. So, para naman dito is, syempre, yung mga students, syempre responsible sila sa kanilang mga actions, like they should do their assignments and pass it on time. So, sinasabi din naman dito sa viable system model and autonomy for education is dapat ang mga schools ay talagang sila yung number one na i-guide tayo para sa clear path na ating tinataha. Like, pag nag-aral tayo, once we graduated, magkakaroon tayo ng magandang trabaho, or after that naman is magagamit natin yung mga learnings natin para ma-apply siya sa pagka gusto naman natin magtayo ng business. So, importante din yung viable system model sa education, in which tinuturuan niya tayo or ang ating education na talagang maintindihan natin kung ano yung education system sa atin. Especially ngayon, meron na tayong K-12, which is good kasi mas nagkakaroon pa ng knowledge ang mga estudyante para sa kursong kanilang kukunin, ganun, in which mas magiging malinaw. Wala nang, kumbaga in the future, hindi na sila magkakaroon ng misjob, ganun. So, napaka-important talaga nito, which is sa mga education din. Pwede natin siyang gamitin para magkaroon tayo ng clear knowledge about viable system model and autonomy with education. So that is all. Thank you for listening and have a good day.